Hi, Christel.
Hi,
Thank
Luca.
you for coming and welcome here, finally.
Thank you. Always nice to be here.
And finally, we have the opportunity to have you in person and to talk with you about not your last trips, about your works.
I do travel a lot, it's true.
And to travel a lot, yeah. And we are curious to know something more about these works you are presenting here. And feel free to talk about your new production.
Okay. These works, well, they're part of a series called Stories. I always start from a story, something that happened in my life and the feeling that it evokes. And then I start on the work itself. And these three behind me that are here in Venice, they're about the same person. Also an artist I met in Amsterdam in December 2019. And we had a lot of fun together. We stayed in touch. He's a very good artist, great artist actually. And these three works are about him. Sometimes, I don't know, people leave a lasting impression. And I have a lot of stories about a lot of people, a lot of events that happened. And just these three, I thought they fit well together for this exhibition. But in general, the latest, well, my last series, Stories, it's always about, I don't know, it's, my travels, my encounters, my meeting with new people. That's what drives me, that's what makes me happy, that's what makes me want to paint. For example, this year, a strange year, 2020, with Corona, I was in solitary lockdown for 2.5 months. It was absolutely horrible for me. Everyone thought like she's gonna paint like crazy. I didn't do anything. I was not enticed to paint. I had no connection, no human interaction. There was nothing happening in my life. I was just sitting alone in my garden and I didn't feel like painting. I don't know, it was no incentive whatsoever. But as soon as I started traveling again now in summer, I had a lot of ideas. I've got like at least 20 ideas in my head to start as soon as I get home from Venice. Also stories. It's always...
You get inspiration from...
Yeah, from meeting people.
Yeah. Locations.
Yeah, when I think about something that happened, it can be something fun, it can be something sexy. It just gives me a reason to paint and I just make something. And that's probably why in the last series, most of them, they're either red or blue. It's always between passion and serenity, or the quiet happiness and the funky, sexy happiness. It's always something like, okay, these three are red, definitely, very red. Also the title, Lussuria Tacchi Alti, I mean, it can't be any more clear than that, can it? Even for people who don't speak Italian, I think. Fantasma, same. It is what it is. You fantasize about something, and that was the only nice thing I had, actually, because during confinement, you can't travel, you can't see people, you can't even leave the house unless it's for groceries, which is not that much fun at all. But your imagination and your fantasies can take you wherever they want to. You can see people, meet people, go to places just in your imagination. At least we have that, right? And I use my imagination not just to paint afterwards. It's more memories, actually. Because it's all abstract, it's not figurative, but it's...
So you take inspiration from the real world.
Yeah.
But you express again, you recombine.
Yeah, that's it. I translate a feeling, actually. It's a feeling that I translate onto the canvas. It's, yeah.
So these geometries that talks about people sometimes, or cities or experiences,
yeah.
They have... each of them, each shape has a meaning. You are creating like a new alphabet of yourself?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I never thought of it like that, but yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah.
And you are, only for my curiosity, you are working with painting, you are expressing yourself by only using painting media?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your main way of...
It is, and well, maybe it will change, but I only started like 3.5 years ago, so it's the only thing I kind of tried to master. Of course, you always want to get better. I need more experience, and it evolved already. If you see the beginning, really the beginning, it was very chaotic. It was a lot of colors, was afraid to use brushes. It was always with a palette knife. Now I use brushes and I just use the palette knife for details, actually. But, and they've, well, more minimalistic. That's just, it's blue or blue and red, actually. Well, sometimes there's an exception, but in general, it's blue or red. It will change as well. It will evolve like we all do, and so art does as well, I think.
And did you try before this series to paint real figure?
No, I draw, but I will never
okay,
show.
you draw,
I will
like
never
sketches.
Show,
okay.
I will never show anyone.
Okay, okay.
But I do it just for me, you know. And I thought of going to the academy when I first started, because I had a gallery very, very soon after I started out. I think like I had my first exhibition that I organized myself, because I thought it was going to take me like 5 years to find a gallery. So I thought, I'm not going to wait. I'm not a very patient person. So I organized it myself, and thanks to that, they saw it on Facebook, and like 2 weeks later, there was a gallery from Antwerp at my door to have an exhibition at their gallery, and then from one came another, and it really was, I got very lucky. But I forgot what I was saying. But
about the sketches you do.
So, and I asked him, I said, you think I should go to the academy? And he said, no, why? You want to learn how to paint persons, people, pear, an apple. You're never going to use it. And they're going to take away your technique, because after 4 years you will forget what you started out with. So now it evolves on its own, and I decided not to go to the academy. Maybe it's a mistake, I don't know, we'll see where I end up. I just promised myself that I would do anything to get better, but it has to evolve at my pace, not someone telling me like, try this now, do this now. It has to, it's all about emotions. My paintings, there's no message, there's no political message, it's just life, it's just about emotions, and life can be rough on its own. I try to capture the nice moments.
To be honest, it seems that there is a lot of instinct in what you do.
True.
Because from the first time I have seen them, there were two ways, or a lot of instinct, or a lot of people studying how to do, because this geometry in the center of the work create good works. And works that when you see you feel good, or you like them. And so, or there is a lot of psychological study behind a group of people that decide that somebody will become an artist, or a lot of instinct. You say that you started 3 years and a half ago. It seems another story, watching the works.
Okay.
So it's a lot of instinct that you needed to...
Yeah, I had to get out. At the beginning it was really more about catharsis. It was about letting things go, about clearing my mind, but it became my passion. It's really by accident that I found something else that I want to do in life. I quit my job in TV. I had a career in television, which I liked, I loved it, and then I didn't anymore. And then I found this, and it makes me happy, and it's such an adorable excuse to travel the world, meet people, meet other artists. I mean, how much fun can you have, and how much luck can you have? Really, I'm a lucky person. So,
thank you very much for your words and for sharing with us your experience.
Thank you for having me.